what's up? You know, the other day, somebody asked me, they said, why do you love God? Why do you go to church? And why do you share God with others? And for me, that question is really easy. And it's easy because, see, God loved me first, right? I mean, I know we all understand, like, love and everything, right? Like the way that a guy loves a girl, or a girl loves a guy, or like how you love your parents, right? Or your brothers, or your sisters. I mean, I love pizza. I love pizza. I mean, woo! Look at that tummy. I am definitely a friend of pizza, right? I mean, there are some people that even like love their animals like big time, and there's nothing wrong with loving your animals, right? I mean, there's some people that got some mad crazy love for their dogs, and like they'll put little booties on their dogs, and they'll put a sweater on the dog. And some people are even crazy enough to take their dogs to like a doggy day spa, right? Where the dog gets a massage and the dog gets a pedicure done, and they get to eat like pieces of filet mignon steak, right? But see, God's love is so much deeper than that. God's love is so much bigger than that. I mean, we got the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of the universe, right? That's loving us. And see, what God did is God came down from the throne and he put himself in a body, and he called himself Jesus, right? And then Jesus walked on the earth, and he was sinless, and he was perfect, and all he did is he just loved on people. He healed a lot of people. He healed people that were hurting emotionally. He healed people that were hurting physically, and he healed people that were hurting spiritually, right? And all Jesus did was good, and he never sinned. He was perfect. And yet there were some people that couldn't believe that Jesus was the Son of God, and they decided to crucify him. And so Jesus went to the cross. I mean, he could have called down the angels, right? He could have called down the angels and had the angels like kung fu fight and take out all these people that wanted to put Jesus on the cross, but he didn't. Because Jesus knew that if he didn't go to the cross for us, that we surely would die, because we had no connection with God. So as Jesus hung there on the cross, as he hung there and blood was dripping off of his face, and as his arms were stretched out wide, Jesus was thinking about us. He was thinking about you. He was thinking about me. And he knew us. He knew me. He knew me before I was ever thought of. He knew that if he didn't die for me, that I was going to die eternally. And then 3 days later, Jesus not only conquered sin by living perfectly, but Jesus also conquered death. And he rose again. And he fulfilled what the prophet said. He rose again. And he did it all for you. He did it all for me. And that's why I love God. It's because he loves me more than I could ever love him. He loves me more than I could ever love my wife or my kids. He's just crazy about us like that. And he just wants to have a relationship with me. He wants to have a relationship with you. And he wants to be with us forever. And that's why I love God. That's why I love God.